Fuck you, Flash.
Whoa.
Flash.
Don't
Flash
reopen Flash.
Oh.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Alison Haislip. I was so amused by how you were introing the show. I should have done my dramatic reading too, and I didn't. I screwed it up. Anyway, hi everybody. For the next approximately half hour, Alex and I are going to have a drink, a lovely glass of wine. We're drinking a bottle called Fiction today.
Fiction's a very good one.
And we're going to discuss the interesting things that we found on the web this week.
And with us, as always, making us concise.
Sort of.
Intros, man.
These intros.
We're tired.
The guy who will be the vintner of the Half Hour Happy Hour winery when it is opened.
That would be me.
Captain Tom Super Volcano Krajewski. How you doing there, Tom?
Hi,
doing, man? Good to
Tom.
be here.
Tom and I are. Ooh, speak, Allison. Tom and I are both rocking Boston shirts right now.
That's right.
What? Because Tom grew up there and I went to school there.
Yeah, man.
What?
We're cool, yo.
You guys
I
are
have
just like
to
East
do-
Coast.
I have to do a special shout out right now.
Okay.
My brother was at a wedding in Kentucky this weekend, and his fiance texted me to let me know that he told all the people at the wedding to listen to my podcast.
Oh.
Wow.
So
this is where the rubber meets the road. Are there people listening from that wedding right now?
I was like, is that a saying? Yeah. So hi to anyone who Greg Haislip sent our way
Amazing.
from
Thank
a
you,
wedding in
Greg.
Kentucky.
Yeah, thanks,
But
Greg. That'd be hysterical.
He apparently described it as,
Oh, God, this is gonna be great.
Like, my sister has a drink, and then she talks about things they find on the internet for a half hour ish.
Brilliant.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're converting a lot of people.
I know.
What have you guys been up to? I just got back from San Francisco.
Oh.
I just got back from New York.
Look at us. We're like
We're
sailors.
traveling. We're traveling Wilburys.
Flying,
Are you
flying
Tom
sailors?
Are you Tom Petty or George Harrison in the Traveling Wilburys?
I'd probably be George Harrison.
All right, I'm Tom Petty.
Okay,
Cool.
That seems about right.
I'm glad we agreed on that.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
but-
what were you doing in San Francisco?
I went to GDC.
Yeah.
The goddamn video game convention. No.
Nice.
I don't think that worked.
It didn't at all. I went up to GDC, had some good times. My first time at GDC. A lot of VR stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
A lot of VR
Hot
stuff.
right now.
Did you try it on yourself?
I did try it on.
Yeah?
I had an experience. It was really funny. So Jeff went up and he was taking pictures and posting them on Instagram and being like, because he's super into VR. Like he's sort of like me. He's really excited for what's going to happen next. You know what I mean?
For what is to come.
For what is to come. But there's some really nerdy experiences that were there.
You did that in air quotes, just so everyone
Yes.
knows.
That's the air quotes.
Experiences was in air quotes, which makes me think that it's porn related.
Well, no porn. Didn't see any porn.
No?
Believe me,
Wow.
that would have been my first go-to bullet point. I would have been like, guys, I did the porn.
What kind of convention is that?
Yeah. But no, so they had, so my buddy Jeff took pictures of two different stations, one of them called Birdly, where you lie down on a gurney that's on hydraulics and you have bird flapping wings that you can flap. And there's a fan in front of your face that blows air on.
What? That's awesome.
And you just fly. So he took pictures of that and said, like, okay, I take back everything I've said. We've come too far.
Yeah.
And the other one was literally a what you call it, a parasailing thing.
Ooh.
Like a paragliding thing. So it was you actually have the
That's cool.
paragliding hammock. So you sit in the hammock and you use the controls to move the and you have the VR helmet.
I think there's a fact that like more people die from parasailing than from skydiving.
More
Or something
people
like
die
that.
from like
That's
taking
interesting.
selfies than
Wait,
like
no, I'm thinking-
Oh, yeah, I know. Remember that
Hold
guy
on.
falling
I'm
off the
thinking
cliffs?
hang gliding.
Yeah, not hang gliding.
Yeah, more people die from hang gliding than from skydiving.
That does not surprise me because there's
terrible.
like a little
Yeah.
bit more of a skill required for
I think
hang
so.
gliding. You know what I mean?
And wait, do the hang gliders not have parachutes on them in case they
No.
know they're falling?
I don't think
They,
so.
they must have. They
a lot-
must
Well, no,
have
but a
backups.
parachute-
But they might. I mean, if you hit a tree, you can pull the chute all you want, but you just hit a
Yeah,
tree.
I mean,
the tree's coming.
but also-
Well, I don't know how to.
Way ahead of
I don't know how they work.
a parachute needs time to work.
Yes.
if you know you're gonna,
I don't
crash
think
and
you're ever
burn it.
high enough. Is my point. I don't think you're high enough to like get a
first off, I would love to try the paragliding thing.
What would be a better safety thing is something where like if you're about to fall, you can like pull a cord and like a bouncy castle falls out and blows up underneath you.
Like Temple of Doom.
Or blows up around you.
Yeah,
more better.
Like one of those like hamster
like Temple
balls.
Of Doom.
Yeah.
So anyway, so everybody was making fun of these things, or my buddy was, and then I went and I was like, it was my first day, and the first thing I saw, like we walked through the sort of like indie side, and was like, oh my god, that's that crazy bird thing, and I was like, well, one, it's using the HTC Vive, which is one of the big like new headset units, and I've never tried the Vive, and there was like 2 people in line because it looked stupid as crap. So I was like, you know what, guys, 5 minutes, let me just do this so I can try on the HTC Vive, and experience this thing. Wow. The best way to describe it is surprisingly wait, I fucking had it. No, I had it so great.
Surprisingly
surprisingly bird-like. It was the bird one. I did the bird one. So you like lie down.
Normal.
No.
Surprisingly mundane.
No, fuck. What's the thing when like
we were the fan that
like if you like not exacerbating, but like if you
exhilarating.
Ah, yes.
It was
so that is what it is. It's surprisingly exhilarating.
Got it.
I got on this fucking thing, and the way it starts is you just start walking onto the edge of a building, and then you fall off the edge of the building.
See, I hate the feeling of falling.
No. You're not. The flapping, it wasn't really about the flapping. It was like soaring. It was more like being Superman. But it was amazing because you would move your hands. And the crazy thing is that you change the angle of attack of the wings of the bird by changing the angle of attack of the palms of your hands in these things. But as you would like go over the angle of attack, it would start to vibrate. And you would go under, it would start to vibrate. So there was this like you could find the perfect balance with the feedback, and I was like spinning around buildings and like dive bombing things and like flowing on the street and all over the place.
Can you crash?
I was having a blast. I did die. I did die.
That sounds terrible.
I know, but I blame the building supervisors because I came up over the top. I came up over the top, and I swear to God, somebody with keys was standing there because I hit something, and I don't think it was the building, but. It was literally like structured out. It was basically a model of New York City. So it was like flying through New York City.
Dude, segue.
Yes.
Into New York City.
Yes.
Where I was this week.
What? Did you see me flying overhead virtually?
I thought I saw something up in the air over Times Square. I was
didn't
like,
try to catch Alex when he fell and crashed?
No, I was too drunk.
Jeez.
So what did you do over in New York City?
My buddy Zach Levi opened another Broadway show.
Amazing,
called
good for him.
She Loves Me at the Roundabout Theater. It's actually in the old Studio 54.
Was the first one he did a musical?
Yeah, it's called First Date.
Is this one a musical as
This
well?
one is a musical as well.
Okay.
This one's like a classic musical.
Oh.
It's so
no nudity.
No nudity. No.
It's a classic play.
Musical. But it's so cute. It has a limited run. It only goes till like July, sometime in mid-July. So if you happen to be in New York City before mid-July, I highly recommend going to see it.
Yeah.
The cast is amazing. The set is they just did the coolest shit with the set. It's
that's
so
cool.
neat. Yeah, it's great. So I went and saw that. What else did I do? I just visited my brother. Oh, I saw 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yes.
Loved
Good.
it.
Yes.
Totally got what you
go.
meant about the opening credit sequence.
Yes. See?
So proud of Dan.
No spoilers.
No spoil. Oh, no. I will not see spoilers. It's just a movie you should go see and know as little about it as possible.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's intense. It's like a Hitchcock movie, right?
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
That was a really great comparison when you
Thank
did
you.
that.
Thank you.
I also saw The Bronze.
How was that?
It's hilarious.
Yeah?
So my buddy Sebastian Stan is in that movie. So I was like, I'm going to go support Sebastian's movie this week.
And that's the one with the blonde chick from
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a
Melissa
Duplass
Rauch?
Brothers movie.
Oh, it's a Duplass Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You guys are good.
Yeah, I'm a
It's
big fan of Togetherness.
hilarious.
I've been watching that, but
There's a
there's
a hysterical sex scene that made me
amazing.
mildly uncomfortable because it involved my friend, and I was like, I don't know if I need to see you this way.
Was it unintentionally funny? Like Sebastian doing his best to be like, yeah, I'm rocking the sex scene.
No.
This is terrible.
First off, Seb looks amazing. It's just weird that I'm looking at my friend almost fully naked. I don't know what to do with that information. We were talking about that when we were talking about like people on plays, like when you go to a play and your friend gets naked, you're like, I don't know what to do.
You're like, please put your pants back on.
But The best thing I could compare it to is the sex scene that's in Team America.
Oh,
really?
yes.
Like puppet sex.
Oh, that's good.
It's so ridiculous what this sex scene is like.
Well, because she's a gymnast, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
No.
We can start. Yeah, because
so that's
she
the
gets
idea.
she's
well,
going
and
for the
he
bronze.
is too in the movie. It's two.
Ah,
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pummel horsing.
It's great. It's great.
I want to be a gymnast now.
You could be a gymnast.
I could.
Look,
Tom,
the
you
floor
could
is
absolutely
totally
be a
padded.
gymnast.
We could totally get drunk and try to do handstands.
I love it.
I love. By the way, that's one of my favorite things to do.
What?
Because I'm surprisingly gymnastic.
When you're drunk, you mean?
Just in generally,
You're surprisingly
I'm
gymnastic.
surprisingly gymnastic.
Okay. Is that the right word?
That is. It's also what happens when I eat Lucky Charms. I'm like, it's surprisingly gymnastic.
Okay.
No, that's a stretch.
You can do a handstand?
Yeah, I can do lots of. I can do a handstand. I can do the crow position in yoga.
I don't know
where
what that means.
I'll show you. I can do front flips, back flips.
You can do flips?
Yeah.
Can't.
Well, I don't attempt them sober. So I only sort of do them when I'm drunk. Hence why I say I love my favorite
You can
thing
just,
is to
like,
get.
from standing on the ground, you can just do a fucking flip?
Yes.
You are
Yeah.
my hero.
I mean,
What?
it's been a while since I've been drunk enough to try it. But
Oh, God, don't
I
ever
can
do it. Don't
No, it's
ever
great.
do it
No,
around
do
me.
it.
Oh, dude, I used to do all sorts of weird like
No.
stuff. Like I would I had a buddy, and at parties we would like catch eyes, and I'd be like, and I'd go running up to him, and then he would just, like I would put my foot in his hands. He would flip me over. I'd do a backflip and
What?
land. Yeah,
Dude, you are Spider-Man.
No.
Yeah.
You are making this
Spider-Bread.
shit up.
I'm serious.
That's pretty.
Alex,
serious.
I could barely do
So-
a cartwheel.
Yeah, I'm not great at the cartwheel.
Oh, my
weirdly,
gosh.
but so like we got really drunk in Ireland, obviously, and we were with another couple. When we were staying in the castle, and we all got really drunk. And the husband of the other couple is like super yoked, and he's like a police guy. I don't know how he's
Cop?
He's not a
Police
cop.
He's a police guy.
Well, no, he's not a cop, but he works in the like police area, so he's like super fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we were all talking about how I can do handstand push-ups, and he was like. He was
What?
like, "Yeah, exact." So this exact
Alex,
thing happened.
You cannot do handstand
I can
push-ups.
totally do handstand
Against
push-ups.
the wall or like just totally handstand?
Now, right now, if you were like do a handstand push-up, I would probably have to do,
Do
it
a
against the
handstand
wall.
push-up. There's
Oh
a
my
wall
God.
right there.
All
It's
right.
very green.
Wait, I'm gonna take
Okay,
a photo
I'm gonna.
of this.
You should take a photo and we'll tweet
hold
it
on.
out.
Okay.
Oh my God, this episode might be really short because we might have to drive Alex to the hospital in about. Hold on, I have to put my glasses on so I can see you.
Yeah.
Okay, he went to the wall. He's moving chairs. He's prepping himself. Oh, he's he's got his hands on the ground. Oh my God, he's in a handstand.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, he's doing handstand
Dude.
push-ups.
I can do
Okay, he did it. He did
Oh
it.
my gosh.
That was impressive.
Are you kidding me?
Maybe
Nah.
video would have been a better choice.
Now I'm out of breath.
I have such
Now I'm
a
out of breath.
newfound respect for you, Alex
I said
Albrecht.
surprisingly gymnastic.
Yes.
I'm serious. I wasn't joking.
By the way, why would a sugary cereal be surprisingly delicious?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
But anyways, that
Yes.
was awesome, by the way.
Yes,
I love
would have done
that.
more, but I was like, we got to get back to the podcast.
We do. It's surprisingly
awesome.
delicious.
All right.
Isn't that the actual word?
Surprising.
It's surprisingly gymnastic.
That's what we were
I
saying.
know, and then,
That's why I'm
no,
asking
what,
this.
Ask the
no,
question.
what Tom said was, why would a sugary drink be or cereal be surprisingly delicious? It's a sugary cereal, and you're like, it's not gymnastic. I love it. I love it.
Dude, that was
You guys,
awesome.
Thank you,
I
thank
literally just came back from New York, like landed an hour ago. I'm a
Yeah.
little tired and
Yeah,
fried.
yeah. See, I drink a little bit, and then I get gymnastic. That's what I want to do.
Wow.
It's so fun.
That was so
much
cool,
fun.
Alex.
I could have done it better, but I was
No, you
pressure.
did. Just
so much
the
pressure.
fact that I can't even get into a handstand. Like
What?
I can't do a handstand. I can do a headstand, kind of. But a
Interesting.
handstand,
Sweet.
I just don't have like the arm strength or something. I can't do it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have that thing where you get? So this is what happened. I did a couple handstand push-ups, and my buddy, who was a cop, was like, not the cop, but police-ish.
Police guy.
The police guy.
Detective? I don't
No,
know.
it's like a parole thing. I don't know. Whatever.
Private security?
No, like with cops. Anyway, he was like, well, I could totally do that. And he got up, and I mean, he would sort of do the thing where you kind of like throw one leg up half-heartedly, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And you're like, yeah, that guy's not going to do it.
No.
And then he basically... legs up. We were all like, we'll hold your legs up. So we're all holding his legs up, and then he just folded like a deck of cards, like straight onto his neck, and we were like, and we're all laughing, and
And he's like, I'm dying. Why don't
Yeah,
you,
he was
why
like,
don't you
yeah, I
save
just-
me?
Help me,
my
I'm
arm.
a police guy.
help me,
I just
I'm the
hurt
police
myself.
guy.
Oh my
Anyway,
gosh, that's
super
amazing.
fun.
All right,
so I
should
like to be surprisingly gymnastic. Shall we do
you
some
are.
emails?
Yeah, let's do some emails.
So speaking of GDC, I'm going to read this email. from Michael.
Hi, Michael.
He said, "Hi, HHHH hosts."
Oh.
5 H's?
We're the 5 H's.
HHHH hosts.
Half hour happy hour hosts. Yeah.
Yep. Bam. I love that
Wow.
you guys just said that
Tom.
at the exact same time.
Okay, but I was
too
saying
crazy.
it because I felt the need to explain it to Tom because he was still counting it out on his fingers.
And you guys nailed it.
We did. I mean,
right.
we were
Thank
we
you
were very simultaneous, but our motivation behind saying it was very different.
Very different. It was a nice surprise to run into Alex so randomly at GDC.
Did you write yourself this email?
No, Michael did. It was a very random part of the show. Probably my single most highlight of the entire show.
Oh, wait,
Super
this is why
excited.
you're reading this email because you were like, Michael, you should go home, write us an email.
No, so I bumped into this guy. The reason why I'm saying it is because
Okay.
I bumped into this guy who was a fan of the half hour happy hour.
Yeah.
And he'd even said, I've sent in emails
Oh.
prior to the half hour happy hour.
It was like when I did the Con Man panel at New York Comic Con,
Exactly.
and the first guy who asked the question was like, Alison, I'm a fan of the half hour happy hour. And I was like, yeah!
Awesome.
Like, no one else knew what we were talking about.
Yeah. So he said, this is actually really cute. He said, what was the most amazing about Alex is that he's just as animated in person as he is on the show.
Oh, yeah, no. We don't put anything on for this show.
Yeah, if you meet us, this is what we're like.
Actually, and if you have an opportunity to meet us, segue
WonderCon.
at WonderCon this Friday
Friday.
at the Convention Center in downtown Los Angeles. We will be doing a live taping of the half hour happy hour.
And we're going to light Tom on fire.
We're gonna do a live lighting of Tom.
The ceremonial lighting of Tom.
9 p.m.
right.
this Friday at WonderCon. Look up. We're through Nerdist, so I'm.
Yeah, I don't know where specifically,
so just
but 9
go to
p.m.
Nerdist and they will give you the location. I mean, not, you know what I mean. Google it is what I'm saying. Google it.
Yeah, we don't know like hall, whatever, anything.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. And I know some people have already been tweeting us and emailing us saying they got passes and they're going to come to the show.
Yeah, super jazzed.
Night. So I'm very excited, and we love meeting you people in person. But that's the other thing. Like when you see us do the show
Yeah.
in person, it's like, oh no, this is just who they are.
Exactly. Randomly drunk and talking into microphones.
Yeah, like sufficiently buzzed and
Yeah.
saying ridiculous things.
So he goes on to say, Tom, I still have no idea who you are or what you look like.
Oh, good.
So
The mystery.
unfortunately, if I pass by you, I will not be able to acknowledge you. So I guess I need to figure that out since it would be awesome to meet you too.
Yeah.
I'll send
Which I
you a
think is
picture.
cool. And then he said, Allison, it'll be awesome to meet you too.
Yeah, it better
I had
be,
a chance. Oh, he
Michael.
said I had a chance to at
When?
CES several years ago.
Oh God, that was.
You were on a
ages ago.
panel with someone named Shelley Palmer, maybe?
I have no idea.
he
At
just said, I
CES,
think
I was
so.
on a panel.
Yeah, and then he said, I didn't know who you were until I got back into my room and I looked you up, and then he kicked himself because he was like, oh my God, I didn't recognize you from Attack of the Show. He would have said something to you.
I gotta be honest. I don't remember ever doing a panel at CES.
Maybe it wasn't that Allison. There's no other Allison at...
I get confused
HOTS.
with. No, there's no other Allison from G4.
Who would you get confused with?
Allison Scagliotti,
Oh yeah.
who's on
yeah.
Stitchers right
Right.
now.
Stitchers.
But she used to
on
be-
Chiller or whatever it is?
No, Stitchers is on ABC Family / Freeform.
Right. Oh, Freeform. Right.
And I'll be on this season as well, but Allison and I did not have any scenes together. But she used to be on Warehouse 13.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's right.
And like oddly, people would confuse us. Like there, so
Well,
one
two
of the
Allisons
times,
in the
yeah.
same
Totally
genre.
see
Yeah.
that.
But
You
one
look like
of the
her,
times I was at CES,
Yeah.
I used to like host this thing for Ford. I did it two years in a row, I think, because Ford does a lot of stuff at CES.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they have a lot of tech stuff,
Unveil
and
all
I
the tech
kind of
stuff.
just like hosted the booth. I would like do various announcements
cool.
every once in a while, and we
Yeah.
would have like Howard Stern came on and did a live show or something like that from the
Ooh,
Ford booth.
that's
Actually, it
fun.
wasn't Howard Stern; it was Adam Carolla. But that's what I mean.
Sort of.
I would just sort of like MC the day.
Got it.
For Ford.
That's fun.
But one of the things they did the second year I was there was that if you took a picture in the Ford booth and you tweeted it and you did hashtag, I don't remember what the hashtag was.
Yeah.
It was like hashtag myFord 2016 or something
Right,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
There was a giant screen they had above the stage, and they would just start scrolling your photos through. So
Oh,
they
cool.
had like a media collection every day of people who tweeted pictures from the booth.
Yeah.
And I met a guy in the booth, and he's like, I'm a huge fan. And I'm like, oh, awesome. He's like, can we get a picture? I'm like, absolutely. And we take a picture. And about 20 minutes later, I look up on the board, and he had posted the picture on Twitter and did the hashtag. So it popped up.
no.
And he's like, I met one of my favorite people, Alison Scagliotti.
Oh, no.
That's Allison.
That's not me.
That's
That's not
Scagliotti.
me.
I can see that a little bit.
yeah.
I mean,
I've always thought so, actually, 'cause I used
she's-
to watch Warehouse.
Yeah, she's.
We have very similar energies, and we both change our hair color quite a bit.
I was going to say, I bet you that's what it is.
Yeah.
That whole sort of like.
I know, but it was just so funny that I was like in my
That's
own booth,
amazing.
and I'm like, I'm not.
You're like, yay!
I'm not
Who the
out,
fuck?
get out of here.
That's fantastic.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
But
All
now
right.
I'm so confused as to what panel he thought. I'm not saying I
You'll have
didn't
to go
do
back.
it.
You'll have to go
I didn't
back.
do a panel. I'm not saying I didn't do a panel at CES. I just don't remember.
You do a lot of stuff.
Hey,
I do do a lot
Fair
of
You're a
stuff.
very fancy
Forget.
person.
Anyway, so what does Michael finish with?
Thank you. Have a good day. I'm already on the other email.
Oh, thanks, Michael.
But thanks, Michael.
Okay, moving on.
So this is from Maru.
Hi, Maru.
I said, hello, half hour happy hour, or so, or as I like to call it, the boozed up 4-H club,
Yes.
which I love.
I didn't even think about it. I haven't thought about the 4-H club in ages.
Amen. Farming. Aggie.
Farming.
Aggie. I'm sure you've mentioned it before on the podcast, but I would like to hear how all of you met each other for the first time.
Oh, I don't know if we have ever mentioned that on the podcast.
That's why I was like, well, this might be actually
I feel
interesting.
like we just made the assumption that you guys all knew knew each other, but that's a good point. We've never told them our origin story.
The email subject is origin stories.
Oh gosh!
What?
Yes.
Maru.
And it said
so
not the
on it.
cat. I don't know. Is there a Maru the cat? Maybe I don't know.
Or is it a
said,
breed
thanks.
of cat? I almost said a brand of cat.
I thought you said a burrito cat, and I was like,
Burrito
I'm going to let
cat.
that go. Thanks for all the great entertainment, the madness, and the science. Maru.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that right. It's just Maru.
You're probably not pronouncing it right then. We pronounce
Maru. Maru. Maru the cat. Maru. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Maru. Anyway, yeah.
Who tells the better origin story? I feel like from my point of view, it's a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay. Hit
Right?
it. Hit it.
Okay,
That means I
so-
can get more wine.
Yeah, you get more wine. So, so when Chris Hardwick started the Nerdist Network,
YouTube.
on
YouTube.
well, I mean the whole Nerdist brand is what I meant. So he started. So on YouTube, they started the Nerdist Network on YouTube, and they were like, we were getting on X amount of shows or whatever, and Hardwick called me up one day. And he was like, hey, so we're starting this new show on my network. It's called 4 Points with Alex Albrecht.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought you would be a great co-host. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that sounds like I'm game for whatever. Like, honestly, Hardwick asked me to do something. I'm like, yep, let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
totally.
I'm in. There are a few people in my life who I'm like, I don't care what it is. I don't even have to read it. I'll just be there.
And we knew each other.
No, we hadn't met yet.
Well, no, but I mean, knew of each other.
Yeah, like
through
obviously
all
I
the
knew your
Attack of the
name
Show
and all that kind of stuff. And so I was like, yeah, I'm game. I'm in. Whatever. And a couple weeks go by, and my agent calls me. He's like, hey, so you have an offer for this show called the Half Hour not the Half Hour Happy Hour. It's called 4 Points with Alex Albrecht for Nerdist. And I was like, oh yeah, absolutely, I want to do it. And then I went, can I meet him? Because I hadn't even met Alex yet. And so I think my agent wrote your agent.
Yeah, to set up a phone call, right?
Something like that. I was like,
I don't even
can
think
I just
we
get
met
his
in
phone number,
purpose.
or his email or something like that?
Yeah.
And then you called me.
Yeah.
And you were like, that was the funniest email I ever got, because you just got an email that was like, hey, your co-host wants to meet you before she signs this contract.
Yeah. He's like, could you just call and talk to her? And I'm
Yeah.
like, yes. I'd like, that's a great idea.
I know.
How was nobody else thinking of this idea?
Yeah, exactly. And then we met. Well, I don't even remember the first time we actually met in person.
I mean, it couldn't have been on set, right?
No, it wasn't. We did go.
I have a feeling we were like, let's go get
we probably went to Kings Road
beers
Cafe.
or something. Yeah.
No, I think we went to Kings Road Cafe because you love going
yeah,
to Kings Road.
that's my Jimmy
yeah,
Joints.
that's your jam.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then we did 4 Points, which
did
was
4 Points.
so much fun.
4
and
Points
then,
with Alex Albrecht, which never had my name on the
baby.
desk.
When? How many years ago was this?
It was 2011.
Oh, that's good.
Man, really, was
Wait,
it?
no, it was 2012.
2012. That feels
Yes.
a little bit better.
Because
And we did 3.
yeah, it was 2012.
Did we do
We did 18 episodes.
18 episodes? So 18 weeks. That's a long.
20 episodes.
Yeah, because it was once a week.
It was once a week.
I think
but,
we did about 20 episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like some of our episodes were done. Yeah, you're right. We did.
We did 20 episodes, but I think a couple of them they like broke up into like 4 parts.
Oh yeah.
Something like that. And then that was when that first Comic-Con was before the show came out.
Oh yeah,
we went to Comic-Con and did the Nerdist panel.
Yeah, you're right.
And
I
the
forgot
show
about
hadn't
that.
come out.
We had to explain what our show was to people who were like, I don't even understand what Nerdist is.
And that
What's
was
going
sort
on?
of the beginning of the like Comic-Con buddies.
Yeah.
Like I think every year it's been sort of like wherever I'm just sort of like, I call you and I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing tonight?
Basically, I get Alex into parties, and Alex makes sure I get home safe.
Yep.
Like that's really how it works.
It's so symbiotic. I'm like a lamprey on her shark.
I know.
Did you guys have immediate chemistry, or was it just
it really was. Like, I've now been hosting for what, 8 years?
Yeah.
9 years, something like that.
Yeah, probably.
And I've had various co-hosts, and you can't work on what Alex and I have.
Yeah.
It's just,
either there or it's not there.
It's just
yeah.
there. Hardwick and I have, and it's different with everyone, but like Hardwick and I have great chemistry too.
Yeah.
Like I could host anything with Hardwick as well. But like Alex and I met, and it was so weird. We were just instantly.
Yeah.
That's why we started the podcast.
Yeah.
Because after we did 4 Points, we just liked working together
Yeah.
so much. We were like, we kept trying to like pitch shows and find other ways to work together. Yeah. And then one day we were at Kings Road
and
together.
this was a pitch that we had for another show for something else like 6 months prior, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then we met up
totally
at Kings
forgot
Road
about
Cafe
that.
again.
Yeah.
And finally you were like, we could just do a podcast on our own because we have all the recording stuff in my garage.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, why the fuck not? So that's what I mean. Like, we literally just started this for fun because Alex and I just really like talking with each other.
Yeah. And we knew, so I went one of those years at Comic-Con. I was out having dinner with a buddy of mine, Steve Skaya, and there was a bunch of people there, and I met Tom and his wife Jen for the first time, and we hit it off. It was super fun. We went to remember we tried to go to that Ghostbusters bar that was such a fail?
Yeah. You were awesome. You tried to get us into so many parties. And
But we got into that, not the Star Wars party, or not the... No, it was like my buddy's video game party or something. Yeah. But then I bumped into my buddy Trevor, who's the COO or C something O of Roddenberry Entertainment, and his wife Jen is like crazy Star Trek fan.
Tom's wife Jen,
like was wearing like unironically wearing like a Star Trek necklace
Comic-Con.
at Comic-Con. Yeah. But so I was like, hey, Trevor, this is like he's Mr. Star Trek, like he's right underneath Rod Roddenberry at Roddenberry Entertainment.
Yeah.
By the way, he's now an EP on the new Star Trek TV show.
You talked about this. You talked about this a couple episodes
That guy
ago.
we bumped into, that's Trevor. Anyway.
Awesome.
So we get into the party, we're hanging out, all this stuff. And then I was just like, God, those guys are so much fun. Like, we got to hang out when we're back in LA, whatever. And so he was like, well, I'll friend you on Facebook. I was like, great. We'll, connect up on Facebook, all that stuff. So I get home, and I get this message from Tom on Facebook, and he goes, so the Heather Stewart you're married to, did she work at E on Talk Soup? And I was like, I saw the text or like the Facebook message, and I walked out into the living room and I go, hey, Hev, do you know someone named Tom Krajewski? And she goes, from E? And it turns out Tom was like an intern or a PA or something at Talk Soup when Heather was there. So he knew Heather because she was the line producer of Talk Soup.
She was
back
awesome.
in the day.
Like, when I knew her,
That's so rad.
Still know her. She was
Yeah,
awesome.
still know her.
She's still
Great
awesome,
boss.
by the way.
But it was crazy because I came home and was like, oh, we had such a fun night. Oh, we met this couple. Like, he's friends with Sky. We're like, we got to go out, blah, blah, blah. And then I come to find out that he worked with her.
So this friendship was meant to be.
Totally.
And then we brought Tom. So when Alex and I decided to do a podcast, we I know we're a little weird in podcasts and the fact that we don't have guests on all the time. That seems to be a thing. But Alex and I were like, do we really need guests? We don't want to be dependent. Like, we just want to be able to do our thing.
But we wanted that other voice.
Yeah, we wanted just something else going on. And so we were sort of brainstorming. We were basically brainstorming who would come and do this with us every week.
For free.
For free.
For just the joy of hot garages.
I feel like you guys saw each other at a party like right after we had that meeting.
I did. I totally did.
Yeah, and Alex texted me and was like, I got our guy.
Yeah.
I got our guy, this guy Tom.
I have a lot of fun listening to you guys talk. It's just, I
know.
I love it.
It's just so funny because, like, Tom,
funny.
I like literally don't know you outside of this podcast.
Yes.
We probably should have gotten to know each other a little bit before.
Well, guess
But that
what?
was we got to learn. We got to see
we
that
learn on air.
budding
It's the fans win.
affair.
Fans,
Because of this.
fans.
I love it.
Yeah.
So that's the 1-2 punch
There
of
you go.
how
That's the
how it all
origin
happened.
story. Yeah. All right.
That's
Should
so
we do
crazy.
some stories?
Yes. So first story was actually sent in by a fan.
Yay!
This is from Nick Ortiz.
What's up, Nick Ortiz?
He said hello in Alex's intro voice, which, by the way, that was not my intro voice. I don't know what that was. I just became sort of like a 16th century dandy.
Hello.
Woo! Hey, Quad H crew.
Quad H crew.
4-H is taken by some sort of farming club. Bullshit. Anyway, greetings from New Mexico.
Nick just made us cooler.
Yeah, Quad 4 or Quad H crew. Come on,
Quad H crew. What?
Quad H crew.
He's from New Mexico.
From New Mexico.
What part?
Didn't say.
Oh, damn it, Nick.
Didn't say.
Is it Albuquerque?
I'm one of the people who sent you food from Drunksmith.
I thought his name sounded familiar. I remember this.
I'm Nick, by the way.
Nick.
BID. I saw a story and immediately thought of you guys.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I'm
I
very
like it when
interested.
people immediately think of us.
He said, super popular from New Mexico, Nick.
Yeah.
So, ready for this?
I don't know. Are we?
You are.
Are we?
And I agree. Omnifocal glasses
What? Okay.
could focus on whatever you're looking at automatically.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Ooh.
So this sort of was like announced a couple days ago / week ago.
Okay.
It's an Israeli company that came up with this technology where you wear, and it works with any type of frame.
Yeah.
But what ends up happening is it's a special type of lens.
Okay.
And they put two little eye scanners on the inside of sort of the bridge of the nose.
Oh, wow.
And it detects the actual distance between your pupil, like your two pupils, pupae.
Oh, okay.
Pupines.
From like the center of your eye.
So the distance between. So like if you look at something close, like let's say I look at my computer.
your eyes kind of cross a little.
Yeah. So the
They get a
distance
little closer
between
together.
my pupils get shorter.
Yeah, that
But then
makes
when I
sense.
look out, my
Your
eyes go a
eyes
little bit wider,
widen.
right? So they figured out they could tell based on the distance between the pupils what
How far?
strength lens you will need.
Oh, wow.
Then a little processing thing on the inside of the thing changes the lenses to instantaneousely and silently changes the lenses to the focal length that you need.
Silently,
Wow.
not big clanking
Well,
around.
it did say that because it was like, if you think about it, it was like everywhere you look. Because it happens
That
instantaneously.
sounds
so it's
like
everywhere
some
you
like
look.
Tony Stark shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
But just think about that.
So you
Yeah.
would never need to get a new prescription because it does
Nope.
it all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you wouldn't need to get LASIK because you would just throw your glasses on. It would always be the correct.
Well, the whole point
lose
of
your
the whole point of
glasses.
LASIK is to not wear glasses.
Well, but this is the first step. Just
Yeah.
think if you could take this lens technology and put it into your eye. Take your lens because that's what they do with
LASIK
cataract
sounds
surgery.
way safer than putting.
Well, but no.
things into your
Think about
eyes.
it. So cataract surgery, the way
Yeah.
cataract surgery works is they remove your lens
Yeah.
that's all fucked up and they give you an artificial lens.
Right.
What if that artificial lens could do this crazy shit?
But once you have that artificial lens, would you need
you need
it to do that shit?
I don't know how artificial lenses work.
Okay.
I'm not an optometrist
I'm not an optometrist.
or an obstetrician.
We just figure out
What is
Like
it?
an
an
obstetrician.
optometrist.
Is it? What's an obstetrician? Is that the gyne?
Baby
Optometrist.
doctor?
Baby.
I think.
Why is your hand doing
No,
that?
because
Oh, now who's the
no,
idiot?
no. Weirdly enough, that's a bit that's in Zach's show. That's in She Loves Me.
Ooh, nice plug.
A woman meets an optometrist, but she has to count out the syllables as she says it. So on her finger. So she goes, she puts out her finger.
Optometrist.
Optometrist. Yeah.
I have a hard time doing that, like count out the syllables because I extend them.
Oh yeah.
Like
I like how you just counted
hello. That's not at all
You
how that
sing it?
happened.
Do you
No,
sing
I don't
song
know why.
everything?
I don't know why that just
Oh
happened.
my gosh! You know what
Let's
else
just
I did
pretend that
this
didn't
week
happen.
while I was in New York? Is I binge watched the entire series of Love on Netflix.
Interesting.
It's so good. I highly recommend it.
Okay, I've
There's-
heard mixed.
There's far too much of it that I related to, where I'm like, oh God, do I have to change my life? What's going on?
Amazing.
But there's a girl in it who, after like she has sex with a guy, and then like the next morning she's like, all sing-songy and like hi and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, oh God, is that what I do?
Oh, that's
That
amazing.
sounds terrible.
You're like, please
Am
never
I
be
that
singing.
annoying? Yeah.
That's amazing. Hey, good
Is this-
morning.
Is this why I'm single? Because if I have sex with someone the next day, I'm like, hey.
That would be
Yes.
fantastic.
I don't, but it made me concerned.
You don't, or you don't think you do.
I don't think I do.
Oh,
That would
boy.
be like the biggest compliment to the guy, though. Hey, yeah, I made her night. Look how happy she is. Like, I'd be like, that's awesome.
Look at she's just singing and making
Let's
pancakes.
do it again.
This is great.
Just
Maybe.
saying. I'm not
Anyway,
talking about
so
Glasses.
glasses. But I love this idea because, as your eyes change, you always have to sort of like change your prescription and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And
That's cool.
but also, I feel like for me, one of the things that I always fear about the zombie apocalypse,
Okay.
Yeah.
well, is that I'll run out of contacts.
Right.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
you-
I will.
But you
Or
have your
die.
glasses.
Yeah, but I have glasses suck, and they
Oh.
can break, and then
Like
you're
the
fucked.
guy in the Twilight Zone. That's my
Right.
least favorite episode
Right.
of the Twilight Zone. I think I've talked about this on the show
all the
before.
books in the world, but his glasses break.
His glasses break and he can't read anything. Sucks.
But that's the thing. That's like something to think about. It's like, yeah, it's great. And then when the shit hits the fan, you're like, great, I have a month's worth of contacts. And then I'm out. And then I can't, I mean, I can see, thankfully I can see.
Can't you just go break into 1-800 contacts factories and like steal all the contacts you need?
Okay. And then that's over. So you got a year.
A year?
Factory, she said.
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying, the zombie apocalypse is happening, motherfuckers. You could probably steal a good chunk, but you're not going to steal a lifetime supply of the exact
the problem is I think they expire. So yeah, you're
Get
right.
the LASIK before the zombie apocalypse.
That's
yeah,
a
but
good
what
point.
if I'm getting LASIK while the zombie apocalypse starts and I only got one good eye and one fucked up eye?
Then you only need,
and I'm just like running around in a circle.
Your contacts will last twice as long.
That's true. Then I have 2 years worth of contacts, and then I'm Mr. Eye Patch.
There you go. I've talked about the fact that I actually keep a pair of sneakers in my shoes. Shoes? Shit! I keep a pair of sneakers in the trunk of my car for the zombie apocalypse. Because
that's funny.
Weirdly enough, it's because I saw Cloverfield.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, tying it back in a little. When I first saw Cloverfield, the thing that annoyed me the most about the movie is why these girls were running around in fucking party shoes and their little heels for like 35% of the 3/4 of the movie, 75% of the movie is what I wanted to say. Until they finally like take them off when they're walking upstairs. I'm like, if the aliens attack, the first thing I'm doing is breaking into the closest Nike store and putting on sneakers.
Yeah.
So I can run for my life.
Yeah.
So I have sneakers in the trunk of my car.
Yeah, it's
at
like
all times.
Jurassic World when she's running from the T-Rex with in like, you know, Prada shoes. And I'm like, but those
Take
ankles,
those fuckers
But she
off.
looked good.
She looked great.
Her legs were nice and long. Thanks
Super
to those
long.
Yeah.
stems.
Wow, really? 35 minutes already?
Yeah.
Oh my
Jesus.
gosh. All right.
People.
Should we bang out one quick story?
That's
only
what she
done
said.
one. What?
Hey-o. I don't even know what that means. Sure.
Do we have a quick one?
Yeah, I mean, should I do wheelchair monkeys or... Oh, you know what? Let's do this one.
Wheelchair monkeys.
We'll save wheelchair monkeys for later.
God. Okay.
Scientists grow full-sized beating human hearts from stem cells.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So this is like, we are close. We are fucking right on the edge of being able to have literally like cultivated.
Like a human being doesn't have to die and donate organs for us to save people's lives.
Well, not quite that.
Okay, never mind. Go.
Not quite that. But close.
Yeah.
So what happens is, essentially, the way that all of these like grown organs work is they do what they call like, I think it's called like stripping or cleansing or something like that. So what they do is they take a heart that is not transplantable. So it's like they used hearts that were like, these won't work for transplants because the bar for a transplanted heart is like fucking up here.
They already have too much.
Yeah. Like you can't have any like cholesterol or any like
they
weird
have too
stuff.
much damage. Yeah.
Yeah, or something gets a little nicked on the thing. They're like, we're not going to put that in somebody's heart, right? Nicked. Yeah, like just a little like nick.
All right.
So, but what they can do is they can use that, and there's a like a detergent type thing where they can actually strip out everything that makes it a heart except the sort of structure of the heart.
Okay.
So it's this sort of like, it's a little bit like what they say. The way it is that what they do is they sort of like take all the boards off the walls of the house. The structure is sort of still there, but it's not really a house anybody could live in.
Right.
Whoa.
Then what they do is they cultivate cells from the donor or the donee recipient.
Yeah. Which is also the
Oh,
Or
for the
donate.
person getting the
So
heart.
the person who's getting the heart, they cultivate cells. They're then able to convert these, I think it's skin cells that they do it with, but they're able to convert them into these stem cells
Okay.
that will then sort of take on the property of whatever it is that they're trying to make.
Yeah.
And then they inject them into the structure of the heart that the other person's heart, but just the sort of like framing of the heart, and then the stem cells grow into the frame.
Oh, that's
and
so
create,
cool.
and
So
they actually did it.
It probably allows for less rejection of an organ.
Yeah, because it's your heart built from your cells. That's
Okay.
exactly why they're doing it. Plus, the bar to get one of these things that's transplantable is much lower.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening was they built one that was actually full size because they've been able to do like this with like mice and stuff.
Yeah.
Like smaller hearts, but they actually built a full size human heart.
Wow.
And then they were like, well, that looks good. And they like incubated in this like nutrient solution. And like, they were like,
wow.
It looks okay. They put it in a protein shake, as you do with every organ you're building. But the crazy thing was they then sent an electric current through it and it started beating.
Oh my God.
That's so awesome.
Yes.
Really cool.
So it still wasn't fully developed. It's still, they would need way more stem cells. So they're like, we're not at a point where we're making something that is actually transplantable, but we're very close.
Yeah, but this could at least eliminate the hurdle of having to find a organ that has to match your blood type and that kind of stuff.
100%.
Yeah.
And they said that most people, I think they said that there was something like, was it 5,000? Of the 4,000 Americans waiting for heart transplants, only 2,500 will receive a heart next year.
Wow.
That sucks.
Isn't that crazy?
This actually ties into, wait for another segue, season 4 of House of Cards, which I also binge watched this week while I was in New York.
I'm halfway through
I had a lot of free time while I was in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to try, I'm starting Daredevil
I'm going to
season 2
start. That's the
tonight.
next thing. Oh, I might do that tonight too. I've heard it's amazing. I've been trying to avoid spoilers, but people are like, something about episode 3 is supposed to be unreal.
Oh, yeah.
I like the actor playing the Punisher, but I'm sorry, the Ray Stevenson who played Punisher in Warzone.
Yeah.
Was the best
Oh, but it's John
Punisher.
Barenthal who's playing Punisher.
He's a great actor.
amazing.
He's amazing. Ray Stevenson, man. That's
It's
the bar.
it's funny. I enjoyed.
I should watch that Punisher. I haven't seen that
I'll
one.
let it to you. It's awesome.
I
Because I love
enjoyed.
Punisher.
I enjoyed season 1 of Daredevil, but I feel like I enjoyed it more for the actors and not for the actual
Action.
storyline. Does
Interesting.
that make sense? No, I actually
Yeah.
think that's one of the greatest things about Daredevil is that their stunt work is phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Phenomenal.
Fantastic.
But the storyline wasn't really like gripping. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact because they're trying to like save Hell's Kitchen, and I'm like, Hell's Kitchen is now one of the nicest places to live in New York, so
That's
it just
amazing.
doesn't play.
Yeah.
Sticking to the source material.
Yeah.
I
Totally
know.
sticking to the source material. And that's
but-
sort of why he's called Daredevil and
Yeah,
looks like a devil,
exactly.
is because he's
He's
in
at
Hell's Kitchen.
But the actor, who's the actor who plays the bad guy? I forget his name. The bald guy.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's
like
great.
I watched the show just to see what he's gonna do,
Yeah.
but like I don't really care about the plot all that much. So I'm hoping season 2 changes my mind.
And
about
I
that.
really there's something super charismatic about the girl, the like redhead from True Blood.
Yeah.
There's something I don't know why, but I've even since True Blood, I was like, there's something really cool about her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I'd be like, she's the best actress I've ever seen, but there's just something captivating about
That's kind of
her.
how I feel about Froggy, the best friend. You know what I mean? Like, there's parts of him where I'm like, I don't know if I would have made that choice, but I sort of commend you for making that choice.
Yeah.
You know?
And Rosario Dawson. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
stop. She's
Love
amazing.
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
She's
fantastic.
amazing.
Yeah.
All right,
Did you
anyway.
see Jessica Jones? And then
I
we'll go.
haven't seen Jessica Jones. I do have to do that too. I know, and David Tennant's in it. My favorite doctor. I don't know why I haven't seen it
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm interested to hear. We'll talk about that later.
All right, cool.
So hearts for everybody.
Hearts.
Hearts for everyone! All right,
Super
people.
fun.
Hopefully, we're seeing a lot of you at WonderCon this Friday, 9 p.m. I can't wait for all the rest of you to be able to hear that live show next Monday because
Correct.
that'll be our show. Well, it'll be the live taping.
Yeah,
it
I
won't be
believe so.
us in your garage. How exciting!
My poor garage is gonna be like, where'd you guys go?
If you want to email us anything, a story, just to say hi, if Alex tells you to email us and commend him for how awesome he is when you run into him at some convention or something
Please
like
do.
that, do it. You can email us at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. You can follow us at Twitter at halfhour. Oh shit, I always fuck this up.
Half hour.
At halfhour
Half
HR. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. You can do
Yes.
that. Please subscribe to us on iTunes and Stitcher. Stitcher. Or as always, you can find us on Nerdist because we're part of the Nerdist Network. And that is it for this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. Huge thanks to the man keeping us on track,
Yep.
Mr. Tom Supervolcano Krajewski.
You're welcome.
There you go. We'll see you at WonderCon, bitches.
Bye.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.